The Walt Disney Company is outpacing inflation when it comes to the cost of tickets for Walt Disney World, but the media seems to be ready to hide it. Too bad. We are going to highlight it. Botanica Money has this: growth in ticket prices 1996 to 2025 by Doug Ashbourne. From the mid-1990s to the mid-2020s, the cost of live entertainment rose sharply in the United States, outpacing broader measures of consumer inflation. Data comparing average ticket prices for the top 100 concert tours and general admission at Walt Disney World versus the U.S. Consumer Price Index illustrate how expensive it has become to enjoy live entertainment. Here's what they're trying to do. They say that the average ticket price for a top concert is way up here. Look how much it inflated. And the general admission ticket for Walt Disney World is just, it's not bad. And Consumer Price Index is, it's down here. But you can see all the inflation for Disney came before 2020, and it's settled down. In fact, it's cheaper now. There's just one problem with this chart. It's untrue. And the reason it's untrue, of course, is because the way Disney has configured their parks is that it's not increasing the ticket price. It's increasing everything around the ticket price. And that's not very nice. Vash, walk us through how, in reality, Disney is skyrocketing the price of going to a Disney park. It's just hidden because the park tickets themselves are not crazy, especially when you figure out that there's 2 days that they keep the park price low to keep the average down, but it's just 2 days. Vash, what's the system in place now?
Right. So you have variable pricing. So you have a range of different prices for each park, and Disney would like to highlight their lowest park price, but that's the thing, right? They control how many of those days are the lowest and how many of those days are the highest, and we have seen kind of the higher end, right, increase the amount of days that people can actually go to Walt Disney World and get that lower price decrease. So that's no good. I know Disneyland is making an effort to make more of those affordable days, but that's just not simply the case that we're seeing at Walt Disney World. The other way in which they're raising the price to go is, well, a lot of those features that used to be included in your ticket price, like fastpass, for example, now they have become extra cost add-ons. And so when you have the two factors combined, as bad as this actually looks, this chart right here, it's actually worse when you look at the totality of what you're actually paying for in order to have an equivalent vacation that you had maybe even 10 years prior.
Right. And so the Lightning Lane stuff is now exceedingly expensive. People are buying VIP tours to try to find a way around this. And that's, hundreds and thousands of dollars. I mean, it really has gotten crazy. All the systems that are in place. That's not to bring up parking. And so it's far more expensive to go to Disney parks. It's just they're kind of hiding the ticket, even though the ticket isn't hidden all that well. It's kind of like a DLC model, right? It's the idea of you buy a game and then, oh, wait, I've got to pay for all the add-ons to really get to play. Same thing for Disney. You got to pay a lot of money to get to skip the lines and ride the rides. And since so many people are doing just that, the lines are moving so slowly, you got to buy the thing to skip the lines unless you go on an uncrowded time. Now, what I want is I want both Disney to make a lot of money, and I want families to get the best bang for the buck. That's what I want. I want everybody to win. Winners all. That's what we're cheering for. Culture, the way that seems to me that Disney could do it is to increase the capacity of their parks. More people equals more money, and then you don't have to raise the cost per family so starkly. But Culture, that's not been what Disney has went with a strategy. They've aimed at the uber elites, and then they fill in the emptiness of the parks with ultra cheap local tickets for Floridians and Georgians. That might be a bad plan now, given what's going on with international travel.
Well, and at the same time, they've also created another problem in the parks that nobody addresses. The artificial scarcity means they don't have to invest in their parks at all, which we've been victim of for the course of the last several years. The last new attraction that I thought, and it took way too long to build, was Tron, and that took a 7-year time period because of their control of CapEx. Then we have to acknowledge it over the course of the last decade, and I really want to keep this narrowed down. They've had an increase in their food prices in their parks and restaurants that they operate that is equivalent of 61%. So let's be real honest here. The value of the vacation isn't just in the ticket pricing. It's everything else that goes with it. The Disney vacation, if you want to stay in the bubble, specifically in Florida, your cost for hotels has gone up exponentially. And that's not something they're tracking here with this chart or anything else that you can find rather easily. But a 61% increase in the year-over-year food at Disney World and Disneyland over a 10-year period is insanity and not reasonable, especially when they buy a bottle of Dasani water on a pallet at Costco and turn around and sell it for how many dollars now, Vash?
I mean, what, $3.99, $4.99 a piece?
In Florida, it's about $6 easily. If you want a smart water, it's about $8.
Yeah, and I will say on that front, I mean, Universal, we love you, but I don't know if it's pronounced Gilly Water or Jilly Water, whatever it is at Harry Potter World and Epic.
You said it right, Gilly Water.
$5, and it's tap water that you slapped a label on. I mean, come on, ease up, everybody. But MJ, if we're looking at how do you go to Disney now, because a lot of families still want to go, their kids want to go, and Disney parks are going to be crowded because of the discounts that are going to happen to try to make up for this international loss in travel. MJ, if people want to go to Disney World, what are some ways they can save?
Oh, a lot of ways you can save. So I really do agree with you in culture on a lot of points that you guys made. The specials that they have right now on their website are out of this world. I have never seen Disney give so many deals, and not just to Florida residents. I saw Georgia residents on there too, and I think Canada residents. I have to double check. But the best way to do it is try to take advantage of the perks that they're doing over the summer for the water park, free day at the water park. Check in early and have them hold your luggage because they will do so for free. And take advantage of that free water park ticket because it's going to be hot. If you can avoid the parks this summer with all the walls and the construction that's going on, just take advantage of the free water park ticket. Stay at one of the resorts at a 35% off discount that they're offering, and just try to enjoy yourself a few days over there and then hop on over to Universal, because Universal has some really good deals and Volcano Bay is beautiful at night. I just posted some pretty cool tips and tricks on my Instagram for anyone interested in Volcano Bay nights. I mean, really, there's just, these parks know what they're doing. There's a strategy, and you just have to go and check the best deals and accommodate it for your budget and the people in your party. But you can make it work. And let's not forget that it's a cool kid summer, so your kids are going to eat free if you do it right. Purchasing the dining plan, the kids eat free, and there's a lot of programs and activities that they have to offer. They have to make up for the construction that's going on and the attractions that are not fully functioning at the moment because they're down for refurbishment or whatever it is. But I would take advantage of that water park ticket, and then I would hop over to Universal for a couple of days. That's how I would do it if you ask me.
That's right. And folks, don't forget the $100 per day deal that they've got going 4 days. If you do the 4, add the park hopper to that and the bonus, and you're getting down in the $40 to $50 range with water parks added on. That's my recommendation, but don't let them fool you when it comes to the price of tickets rising versus live concerts and all that. Media is not telling you the truth. Disney is way more expensive, just not in the ways you might assume.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.